harder than George W. Bush.
Yeah. And Jackie, the things that they do, that's what they accuse Barack Obama of doing.
Always.
The dirty, low-down things that they do. And I mean, it is so provable, so easily proven. But they continue to yell, oh, he's a witch. Look.
Yes,
you know, when you the witch.
Disgusting. Well, you know, B, it's time for...
Yeah, it's time for us to call Dr. Morrow. So, welcome to the chat room, Globe 710. He says, so, like, how many shows do you have? I think I have 4. No, I think I have 3. I have Words of Inspiration and Prayer every Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We have the political show here tonight, the political talk show. Let's talk about it. And then on Thursday nights, I have Up All Night with Brenda White. I know it looks like a lot, but I only have 3, actually. But thank you for always showing up in the chat room at any one of them. I love you. He shows up for morning service, Jackie. He shows up for the political talk show, and he shows up for Up All Night with Brenda White and hang out all night long. Okay, so you are listening to the wild and wonderful Brenda White, the uppity and well-read Jackie Lambert, and we are the crew of Let's Talk About It. We're minus Jillian, I Am Woman, Hear Me Roar tonight, Anderson, because she is traveling for her governmental job in Australia. But Jill will be back with us next week. But we got a little something from her that Jack is going to talk to us about a little bit later. But right now, we are going to give Dr. Morrow a call, and we will be back. So let's talk about it. Don't go nowhere. Tell somebody to join us here right now, because we are talking about the Republican racist agenda. We're going to have some fun tonight, as always. Let's go.
I've gone through life pretending that time will change the ending, and by the road we didn't take, the life we didn't make, but those mistakes behind me cast shadows to remind me of the yesterday, so far away. I've gone through life pretending that time will change the ending and find the road we didn't take, the life we didn't make, but those mistakes behind me cast shadows to remind me.
Okay, welcome back everybody to Let's Talk About It with the wild and wonderful Brenda White, the uppity and well-read Jackie Lambert, and on the line with us, African-American entrepreneur, doctor of science of hair, hair and scalp and everything you can think of. Please put your hands together and welcome Dr. Willie Morrow.
Yes, ma'am. I'm on the West Coast, and as they say in San Diego, at the end of the world, right next to
Amen, Dr. Morrow. Dr. Morrow, we are so honored to have you here on the show with us. And I love Ron to death, and I'll thank him forever for introducing us to you. Tell us all about you, where you started, what drove you to invent the Afro.
Well, you know, I mean, my life started, and I'm a Southern boy.
Ah, yes, as we are Southern girls.
Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
Woohoo!
You know, the home of the University of Alabama. Now, it wasn't popular when I was back then, because we could only drive by, wave at the place.
That's right.
You know, but nevertheless, I'm from Tuscaloosa. I started my career there in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. And when I got to California, I was already as good as I was going to ever be in the barber and the beauty world.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm from the country. I'm a country boy. I follow the mule around the world.
As I am, Dr. Morrow. I'm from Arkansas.
Well, then you know then that duty. So I've been, you know, everywhere in the world. I've been around the world probably 4 or 5 times. My talent took me around the world on ships afloat, teaching Navy barbers, military barbers in Italy, Turkey, Vietnam, you name it.
Well, one reason
That's it.
One reason we're so honored to have you on the show is because Rick Santorum and Newt Gingrich and what's that boy that's running for president's name, Jackie? Willard Romney. They don't believe that black people work.
Yeah, black folks made a great contribution to this country.
To this country.
And I've recorded much of that, and some of that has totally been forgotten and dropped because it's in the area of barbering and beauty culture. And most people don't take time out to realize that barbering and beauty culture is probably 100 years older than any other vocation or any other profession in the black community. And we've totally thrown it away.
Uh-huh.
I did not know that.
Yes, you see, barbering is old. I mean, we've been doing each other's hair since the 1700s.
Mm-hmm.
You see, we get all wrapped up in who played baseball first. I mean, I remember Matching Page. That was in the late 1800s, 1900s. That was in the early 1900s.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, what about the 1700s, and what about when Grandmama was the nanny and she had to do all the hair of both whites and blacks, all in the area. And we were doing black hair on Saturday nights. You could hear, smell hair a mile away from the house.
My mama did it too, Dr. Morrow. She taught school, and then on weekends, she did your hair 50 cents a pop.
That's right. So, and now, we're building a museum in Washington, D.C., a Black History Museum.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And that's supposed to open in, 2015. And I'm saying, let's not forget
That's right.
the barbering and cosmetology. See, we forget, like, folks like the man that started Atlanta Mutual and Booker T and George Washington Carver and all of these guys. These guys put themselves through college clipping and cutting
my mother took care
throughout the haircutting area, and not to mention what was going on in those dormitories with those girls, with pressing and curling.
Okay, and Dr. Morrow, my mother helped feed 8 children, and we're doing that hair on the weekend. If you had to get a wash and a curl, there was $1.
Yeah.
But if you already had your hair washed and all you had to do was sit in the chair and let her put them hot irons to you, then it was 50 cents. And she did that all day long.
With some grease on the
With
back
some
of
grease
her
on
head.
it. That's right. She did that all day long on
That
Saturdays.
hair would stay pressed. You could go out and sweat in that field, and that hair still would.
That's right.
That press and curl.
And look, and I still use the heavy grease.
Yeah, let me tell you, they would hold the mouth a certain way when they be pressing.
Yes,
Oh,
indeed.
man, they be getting down.
Oh yeah, my mother stood on her feet all day long Saturday, and don't let Easter and Children's Day and Mother's Day, woo, baby.
One of the things that I want to take a minute and get serious here on something, I think that it's important that this be said. We talk about, and through our history books, and when Black History Month comes around in February each year, we talk about Madam C.J. Walker, but Madam C.J. Walker didn't start the black beauty business. A woman started it by the name of Annie Malone. Now, I'm a historian in the beauty world now, and I have all of the artifacts, all of them. I have all of the artifacts. I have enough to fill up a 6,000 square foot, a 6,000 square feet building.
Wow.
I have all the artifacts. I have the original straightening combs. I have the original curling iron. I have Madam Walker's iron. I have Madam Malone iron, the woman that started the Proro system. And I have all that stuff. I have stuff that was invented back in those days, and that the slave played some role in developing this, but a lot of the stuff was already developing. It came in the country when during migration of other races from different parts of the world. But I just want us to make sure that we don't get it mixed up here. Anne Malone had about 1920 schools in America, and Madam Walker attended one of her schools. This woman was a phenomenal figure. I have all of her stuff. She had so much money, she had coats made out of money. I have all those pictures and all that history.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, Dr. Morrow, do you have, are those artifacts on display?
I have the artifacts that I have. Procter & Gamble spent near $250,000 and took it to Howard University.
Yes.
It was at Howard for 2 months. It's been in the Bruce Watkins Museum in Kansas City, Missouri, and it's been in Senegal, Africa, on the island of Gorée. In fact, part of that museum is there now. It's at City Hall in Senegal. It's a real museum. I have a real museum.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, Dr. Morrow.
Not a talking about some pictures. I have I have dryers and the ironing of the hair. See, when we first got our hair done, we would iron it with an iron like you iron clothes with.
Really?
Yeah, that's how that all came about. We didn't do what we do now. I mean, using no pressing comb and all that kind of business. We was ironing. You had to lay your head up on a table and they iron your hair and do all of that crazy stuff. And I author about 20 books about hair. That's what I do. I'm an author.
Wow.
I'm a scientist. That's what I am.
Yes.
If you watch the movie Good Hair, that
Spike Lee? Chris Rock?
Chris Rock.
Chris Rock.
Chris Rock did that.